What you got there, Chief?
Do you want number one, f***y?
Yeah.
Me want sucky.
She give you everything you want. Long time.
Hey, how much there, Chief?
$15 each.
$15 buku money. $5 each.
$10.
$5.
Okay, $5. You give me.
Okay, MTU.
What's up, guys? Spenny. Remember for the last 20 years when every single lib in Hollywood, actor, actress, every person in media tried to make you feel bad, shame you every single day for existing, for living, for putting ice in your drink, for having your air conditioning on, for using your hot water heater, for driving to work, for filling up your gas tank? They told you that you were not only destroying the planet, you were making the sun hot. That was you are the one that's heating up the sun and causing hurricanes that kill a bunch of people. It's your fault. Listen to Barack Obama.
In New York Harbor are now a foot higher than a century ago. That didn't cause Hurricane Sandy, but it certainly contributed to the destruction that left large parts of our...
It contributed to the death and destruction. You killed everyone. AOC said the same thing. Greta Thunberg said the same thing. How dare you? We're all going to be dead in 10 years. That's what Al Gore predicted. AOC, Greta Thunberg, Barack Obama, they all told you, you're a monster just for existing. You made the sun hot. You raised the water levels of the ocean. But if they believed that, why do they keep buying waterfront property? Just ask. Am I allowed to ask? Barack Obama keeps selling his properties, by the way, to the Epstein guys. You know, I'm a little curious there. Look at these properties for Barack Obama. You know, if you believe that the water was gonna raise and wipe everything out, then you wouldn't be buying that. You wouldn't be spending $30 million on this, Barack. It's Barack's house. It's just one of Barack Obama's many oceanfront houses on private islands. He's got more. He's got a ton. Why does he keep buying those if he actually believes what he said there? Because they don't actually believe any of it. Look at this. Barack Obama and Michelle soaking up the sun in Italy on Steven Spielberg's super yacht. Oh, how delightful. Bill and Melinda Gates bought a $43 million San Diego, California beach house. Look at that, right on the water. Bill Gates, one of these climate guys. Same thing with Bernie Sanders, lakefront home for $600,000. Well, I mean, if all the oceans rise, then there's so much more water, then your lakefront house is gone. Al Gore buys oceanfront villa. It's all a grift. It's all a grift. Kamala Harris. Climate crisis is real. It's an urgent matter.
We did that with the Inflation Reduction Act. We had that the climate crisis is real, that it is an urgent matter to which we should apply metrics that include holding ourselves to deadlines around time. We did that with the Inflation Reduction Act. We have that the climate
deadlines around time. Yes. Very good, Kamala. Deadlines around time. Well, Kamala Harris's deadlines end up putting her right into a mansion right by the beach. That's her deadline around time for the climate crisis that is real. Here's Kamala Harris's new $8 million gated Malibu mansion. Malibu, one of the single whitest, least diverse areas of all of California. Malibu mansion. Kamala Harris is right on the water. She's even got a giant pool in her backyard. Would you look at these digs? Look at this. Kamala Harris and her husband quietly dropped $8 million, $8.15 million to be exact, on a gated mansion. Malibu's most exclusive coastal enclaves right on the water. Yikes. What's that thing? You know, is that like a little skylight or something? Look, she's got this giant private pool, big wooden pool deck. Man, that looks incredible. Look at this sunroom. Man, just feet from the ocean. She's got some fossil fuel burning pickup trucks there, some garages there. Nice landscaping. $8 million. Kamala Harris, where do they? Worth asking the question, like, exactly where did the billions of dollars go? How did Kamala Harris get all this money? How did Kamala Harris get $8.5 million to throw down in this neighborhood? I mean, listen, her house looks kind of small compared to whatever the hell this is or this. But either way, look at all these pools. The whole place is going to go underwater, right? If climate change is real, Kamala Harris's $8 million Malibu hideout comes with plenty of privacy for the former vice president. Photos first seen. Newly obtained images show a sprawling cliffside retreat, sweeping ocean views, a far cry from Washington's Marble Corridor. Oceanfront views. I thought climate change was real, and we have to have deadlines around time. They always run on diversity and then move into the richest, whitest neighborhoods. Facts. Democrats yelling, tax the rich, while their leaders are buying literal $8 million mansions in the whitest hoods right on the water. Tax the rich, no borders. Why does she have a gate around her house? Why indeed? Look at the size of the gate. Look at these photos. Look at the size of it. That wall. That's the wall that Trump dreams about at night on the southern border. Look at the walls that all of her neighbors have. Why do all of her neighbors have walls? The walls were racist. The walls didn't work. How to spot a lib 101. Call the border wall a medieval vanity project. Stupid money. Drop $8.15 million on a gated property. Do you believe global warming? Why would you buy a house on the coast? That's exactly right. There goes the neighborhood. She didn't want a secure border for the country, but she wants a gate around her house. Gated? Looks like a 5-year-old built it in Roblox. Why do Republicans always get mad when a black woman does well? Here's Gavin Newsom's press office. She rails against walls and then puts one up at her own house. I'm rooting for this account to get its mojo back. You guys have fallen off terribly. Grok is better at this. Nancy, because it's shady how she acquired all of her wealth. How did she acquire all of her wealth exactly? Kamala got a wall. I could get a better place for $8 million. Thank God that I wasn't a retard when I was president. Typical woman. It looks like shit. It looks like it's from The Sims. Yeah. Ever noticed how the biggest climate alarm libs try to regulate your life and then tend to buy multi-million-dollar ocean waterfront properties for themselves? This is exactly right. Look at the Barack Obama house. Whoa. Kamala Harris. $8 million Malibu mansion. Climate change is an existential threat to all of us. Kamala Harris. In 2022, Kamala announced the Biden administration would invest $50 million to protect low-lying neighborhoods from sea level rise and storm surge. The next year, she warned that she would that to live in a coastal community is to live on the front lines of the climate crisis. And now she's purchased an $8 million waterfront house.
Together, we will invest $50 million to protect low-lying neighborhoods from sea level rise and storm surge.
Wait a second. Was this like a handout for her own neighborhood? Were they planning on buying this house at the time? Can we do a full-scale investigation into this? The only clip you need to hear on all of this is billionaire Dan Pena explaining why the climate crisis is such a fraud. Gutting people like Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, AOC, Bernie Sanders, Bill Gates, Al Gore, everybody who claims that there's going to be a mass climate crisis and then goes ahead and buys their private estates right on the beach. There you go.
If the water on the planet is going to rise up 10 feet, that means the southern part of the United States is gone. England is gone. Most of Europe is gone. Most of Central America is gone. Okay, if that's the case, let's just take Florida, for example, which is one of the fastest growing beachfront condominiums on the planet. In the prospectus, when you invest, there should be, in the footnotes, if global warming is for real, they won't put it that way, global warming happens and water rises 10 feet, this investment you made is f*** all. Not one single investment prospectus written since 2000, this century, has alluded to global warming. Not one if it were really true, the banks wouldn't invest. The banks wouldn't finance. Not one condominium. I'm jealous he came up with a scam before I did. Because the financial institutions, the banks of this world know it's not going to happen. Otherwise, you couldn't get a goddamn loan in London. You know those 30, 40-year mortgages? The world will be over by then. Is Barclays Bank going to give you a loan? With the greatest respect, ma'am, it's the greatest fraud that's been perpetrated on mankind this century.